Matt Kenseth joins Legacy Motor Club. Is Chandler Smith headed to Joe Gibbs Racing? The Allison Family home is up for sale, and there's actually a lot more. Let's get into it. Coming up next. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're doing good today. All right, before we get into the news, I wanted to wish Dale Jr. a happy birthday. He shares that birthday with Mario Lopez, the actor from Saved by the Bell, Ed Wood, the famous director of several B movies. Johnny Depp made him a autobiography movie about Ed Wood with Tim Burton directing. He also shares the birthday with famous Minnesota Vikings quarterback Brett Favre, and also he shares the birthday with David Lee Roth, singer for Van Halen, not to be confused with Van Hagar. If you like Van Hagar, don't come after me. That's a My Name is Earl joke. All right, let's get into the news. This from the Sports Knot via J-Ski. Chandler Smith looks like he might be headed to JGR. Chandler Smith, who has enjoyed a moderately successful debut season in the Xfinity Series with Colleague Racing, may yet race for the championship next month, but his immediate future and the team remains an open question. Sportsnaut has learned that Smith, who signed a 3-year deal with Colleague before this season with select starts in the Cup Series, has interest in moving to Joe Gibbs Racing in 2024 in a return to the Toyota pipeline next season. Such a move would require a buyout of the 2 remaining years of their contract, with Rice simply saying that money talks when asked about it over the weekend at the Charlotte Motor Speedway Roval. So I thought it was interesting there that Chris Rice says money talks, because it says to me 2 things. The first thing it says to me is, does he really believe in Chandler Smith if he's saying, hey, you can go ahead and buy out his contract if you want to? So it kind of sends like that message. And the other thing it says to me is that he hasn't been contacted or talked to about this yet. So it might just be in the very preliminary stages if Chandler Smith actually wants to go over there. So that reaction from Chris Rice lets me know that this kind of really isn't all that serious to him. But then again, it's Colleague Racing. You never know. Like Chris Rice, he's good at, I don't know, deflecting which direction they're going in, so you never know what they're doing next. So it could be true, it could not be true, but from his comments, I'm leaning toward, I don't think he's been talked to about it yet, but you never know. Like I said, they said they had a big announcement as to who's going to drive the car next season, and they announced Daniel Hemrick, so misdirection is part of their game over there at Colleague. This via J-Ski. Legacy Motor Club today announced 2023 NASCAR Hall of Fame inductee and 2003 Winston Cup Series champion Matt Kenseth as competition advisor. In the role, Kenseth will provide guidance and strategy on the competition side, serving as a mentor for drivers Eric Jones and John Hunter Nemechek, as well as assisting the club throughout its transition to Toyota in 2024 season. Jimmy and I have so much respect for each other as both competitors and friends. We are alike in many ways and at similar points in our careers, said Kenseth. That is a great opportunity for me to be a resource to 2 extremely talented drivers and help on the racing operations side with this transition to Toyota. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we can accomplish together. Matt is going to help us make this transition to Toyota smooth, said Cohen. Cohen being Joey Cohen, the vice president of Legacy Motor Club. He is one of the best drivers out there, and even though he is no longer behind the wheel, his perspective and advice will be crucial heading into next season for both our drivers and crews. So there you go. Legacy is adding a 39-win driver in the Hall of Fame. He also has, of course, the Cup Championship, the Rookie of the Year. He's won a Daytona 500. He's an IROC champion. I mean, just go down the list of the accomplishments for Matt Kenseth. That is going to be a huge asset to that team. And also add another championship to the ones Richard Petty's associated with Legacy. That's 7. Jimmy Johnson's associated with Legacy. That's another 7, so 14. Now you've got 15 championships with Matt Kenseth being involved with the team, so I thought that was pretty cool as well. This from Mike Hembry at Auto Week. The Allison household is up for sale, the one that Bobby Allison lived at, and of course Davey Allison grew up in. Located on an otherwise quiet Hueytown Street, Church Avenue is the Allison family compound. The main house on the property once was the home of Bobby and Judy Allison. Across the street lived Ed and Kitty Allison, Bobby's parents. Down the hill and through the trees are Bobby's former race shop and a small pond he built to provide some fishing relief from the work on race cars. The entire property, owned by Bonnie Allison Farr, Bobby's daughter, since 2004, is for sale. 5 acres, the houses, the race shop, the pond, and the memories. You can own part of stock car racing history. Farr calls it hallowed ground for $697,700. So 5 acres, you get the race shop. I mean, obviously the reason you're buying it is because it's the legacy, the legacy of, the Allison legacy. That's a racing series, by the way. But yeah, you get where, Davey Allison, Clifford Allison, the whole Alabama gang, that was the centerpiece of it in Hueytown. So you get all of that nostalgia behind it, and 5 acres, the race shop, $600,000. I'm sure you can work it down to $600,000. Not the worst price I've ever seen, especially with inflation. But for the proof that you can't please anybody, this was literally the first comment below the article there. That's high dollar for that neighborhood. So apparently my man is reading sports articles and stuff to get detailed pricing on real estate. Like I said, you just can't please anybody. So I don't know. 5 acres, that's not the worst price, at least for around here. Maybe the prices in Alabama are different. I don't know. But around here, that's 5 acres and all that property seems to be kind of the going rate. So I don't know. And finally, the Chicago Tribune is reporting that the city of Chicago spent $3.5 million and got in return on that investment for the NASCAR Cup Series street race there $620,000. Now, I don't know how they arrived at their numbers. It is a pay-to-view article, and I'm not going to pay to view one article just because the Chicago Tribune decided to write about NASCAR one time. So I'm just going to throw it out there. If their numbers are accurate, that is a horrible return on investment. If their numbers are not accurate, then obviously this is just a political deal, and they want to make the mayor look bad or whatever and don't want NASCAR back. So it is what it is. It could go either way, but my immediate first reaction when I saw that is, if this is true, how much money is NASCAR losing on not only that race, but how much money are they losing over there on the LA Coliseum when they repave a track every single year? Or at least how much is LA losing when NASCAR does it? I don't know how the financials work out on that, but it just immediately made me call into question that, because I mean, you're just doing a street race over there in Chicago. You're completely tearing up and rebuilding the track every single year in LA with the Coliseum deal. So I don't know. I thought that was very interesting. Whether it's true or not, like I said, the Chicago Tribune, they could be working a political angle. You never know with stuff like that. So I just wanted to throw it out there, but did find it fairly interesting. All right, that is all I got for you on this one. If you made it this far, would love to have your subscription. Hopefully I earned it. If not, I'll just keep making them until I do. If you're already subscribed, I appreciate you all as well. If you want to help out the channel, visit the merch store. The link is in the description down below. And if you got a question or comment or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section. I try to get to as many of them as I can. And check us out on the live stream tonight. We will be live streaming tonight at 8 o'clock. Or whenever I get back, I'll be at Orange County Speedway helping out a late model team. So whenever I get back, but probably 8 o'clock. All right. Thanks for your time. Peace.